Bronwyn Bishop, even down to, you'd hope big business would have some big ideas, but the Business Council's saying to the new government, just give us little bits right now, we'll, kick the economy along. We need big picture thinking. It's completely absent, Bronwyn.
Totally absent, Gary, totally absent. And let's face it, all through the election, the Labor Party laid the seeds of its own troubles. All through that election period, they kept telling us they had a plan. They had a plan that was going to make Australia wonderful. There were going to be higher wages, there wouldn't be inflation, cost of living would be under control. There is no plan. And yet they kept saying, we're going to push wages up and the cost of living will be just fine. Well, of course, it isn't. And now we've got a Treasurer who just wants to blame the previous government for all his woes when he sowed the seeds of his own problems during that campaign. Pushed up the basic wage, which fed through to 2 million people, to 5.2%. They, in writing, backed the 5.1. Why was that? Because Albanese made an error during the campaign and actually committed to it. So they had to do it. And of course, now you've got unions asking for 8% rises, and in New South Wales, we've got train drivers asking for 20% increases. So that basic understanding that your wage is valuable for what it can buy is completely lost. You might get a wage rise, but the costs that have been pushed up through inflation in fact mean you can buy less. And don't fall for the idea that it's all due to the war in Ukraine. It's not. Once you start having wages chasing inflation, we're in deep, deep trouble. So where's the plan? There's no plan for that. There's no plan for water. There's no plan for nation building. There's no plan. They've even abandoned the concept that they said during the campaign they'd bring down electricity prices, because the facts are the more you push in so-called renewables, the higher is the cost of electricity. Fact. And you've just got to see it all around the world.
That's the reality.